I'm a part of a franchise where when it comes to who leads it, nobody looks like me.
Rachel Lindsay reveals she's embarrassed to be associated with the Bachelor franchise. Hey you guys, welcome back to Shared News. Before I get into what Rachel said, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates. Okay, so Rachel just had an interview with Page 6, and in the interview, she opened up about a whole bunch of things, including how she felt about Hannah Brown's newest apology for using the N-word. When speaking on the apology, Rachel said she didn't want to critique it because she herself did find it solid and heartfelt. But that being said, Rachel also added that that's exactly what she would expect when it took 2 weeks to come out. Rachel continued on to say that a lot of people will be counting on Hannah to keep her word since, quote, there were a lot of things that were promised in the apology. Moving on to another topic that Rachel discussed in the interview, which is how she feels being a part of the Bachelor franchise, which is notorious for never casting people of color as leads. Rachel shared that she often feels compelled to speak up about this issue and even went as far as making this comparison, saying, quote, we have now casted for 40 seasons. Even though they haven't started Claire Crawley's, there's been one person of color in 40 seasons. We have 45 presidents. There has been one person of color. We are literally on par to saying that you are more likely to become the president of the United States than you are to be the lead of this franchise. That is insane. Rachel continued on to add, quote, how can I sit back and be quiet when I am part of something that isn't as supportive or doesn't reflect who I am? I just feel like if anybody is in my position, you couldn't sit quiet about that. And I don't think that anyone would fault me, a higher up in the franchise, for saying that. As for who's responsible for this, obviously Rachel is not at all part of casting, but she did say she feels a little bit part of the problem, saying, quote, we continue to make excuses as to why we haven't seen this change. You continue to say, oh well, it's just because the lead hasn't picked a person of color that's gone far enough. Oh, this person was more qualified for this person. Oh, the audience liked this person more. But that's not true. Rachel even brought up the example of how this past season of Bachelor in Paradise, they ended up bringing Demi's now ex-fiance Christian onto the show, who wasn't even a cast member, which showed Rachel that the franchise can do whatever they want. And that is when Rachel revealed that she's embarrassed to be affiliated with this franchise.
Like when I look at what's happening in our country and then I look at the franchise, I can't continue to be affiliated. It's embarrassing, honestly, at this point, to be affiliated with a franchise who is not on the right side of this.
All right, you guys, now it's time for me to hear your thoughts. What did you think of Rachel's interview, and do you think that this could impact the future of casting on The Bachelor? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, you guys, there's a lot going on in our country right now, and here at Shared News, we want to remind you that it is important to speak up now more than ever, because Black lives matter, and it is not the time to stay silent about it. In the description below, we have left some helpful links that I hope you check out. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm Renee Ariel. You can follow me on socials at Renee Ariel, and I will see you next time.